Hey everybody, welcome back for part 2 of episode 56. I talked about not really wanting to knit on what I currently have on the needles, but I'm being drawn in by other things to knit. Various different forms of persuasion behind that. I've been going back and rereading Yarn Harlot's archives. The weather has cooled down significantly around here. Well, okay, 73 today, which is gorgeous. After the high 90s, low hundreds, lots of humidity, feels like sweater weather to me. So I want to knit sweaters really, really, really bad. And I just want to chuck everything that I'm knitting right now and just bust into the stash and knit sweaters. So what did I do? I went stash diving for you guys. I am going to be knitting some more sweaters this winter. Let's see. Where did I set stuff? Okay. The ones that are inspiring me. There's one that I do not have any yarn for. I know, shocking. And that is, I want to do at some point I'd like to do a boho sweater. Those are they were popularized, I think it's in the 1960s? 60s? Maybe that's too late. Maybe it was earlier than that. I can't remember. Mid 20th century in Sweden, and they're those ones that have the beautiful colorwork yokes to them. I had the credit card out. I was that close to buying a kit for one, and then I went, no, Karen, you're nuts. So I stepped away from the computer. I was good. Be proud of me. Doesn't mean I won't get myself one later, but as of right now, I do not own a boho kit, but I really, really want to. The Kayuni cardigan that everyone loves so much. Now, Kayuni is a long repeating, long color repeat wool from Denmark. Think Nora, but without the crappy knots and twigs and stuff in them. This is the Kayuni that I got at Sock Summit this last year for the cardigan. It's knit using I'm doing such a bad job describing this. I know you guys have all seen the Kayuni cardigans that people have done. They're knit in the round and then steeks, eek. But it's the ones that have the stripes and then the squares and the color gradually shifts up. Yeah, I'm doing a really cruddy job describing this. But anyway, the bright rainbow one that everyone seems to have knit, I didn't really care for that colorway. So I got, I don't know, can you see this? It's the muted rainbow. So there's, from the purple on the outside, there's a blue right below. There's a rose. There's a kind of like more like an evergreen color, and then it goes back to the purple. That's what I want to knit my Kayuni cardigan out of eventually. I have 4 balls of this stuff, so that should be enough for even my big, long orangutan arms to get a Kayuni out of. That's one that I want to work on. Another one out of the Kayuni. Oh, hang on. I got a different Kayuni, and this was actually from the Yarn Basket in Carroll, Iowa. And I'm sorry, none of the Kayuni color repeat stuff has names to it. So it's kind of like roses and rusty brick color. I don't know why I picked this color. It works for me. Probably because it was one of the colorways that they had enough of. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the pinwheel baby blanket that you start in the middle and you work your way out and it kind of spirals with all the yarn overs you do for the increases. Someone adapted that blanket into a sweater. And it's kind of cool. And basically you knit the pinwheel blanket, and at the point where your shoulders are, you, I think it's not a provisional cast on. It's, wow, I obviously didn't drink enough coffee before the show, and I don't have a cup here in front of me. All right. It's kind of like putting an afterthought heel in. Like when I did the Vesper socks, you knit across a certain number of stitches. That will be your armhole with a waste yarn. Go back, knit across them again with your working yarn, and then keep going out until it's big enough for you to overlap in front, and then you go back and you add the sleeves. This is destined to be that sweater. eventually. Who knows when I'll get to all these sweaters. I don't know why. I keep buying sweater quantities of yarn and then I don't knit them up. Bad Karen. You guys might remember this next yarn. That one, the Rowan Felted Tweed, that was going to be it was a Unijang pattern. Was it the garter? Garter. Wow. Okay. Hang on, I've still got the magazine sitting here. This is how unorganized I am. I don't even put stuff away, guys. I think it was... Oh, no, wrong magazine. Maybe. That would be... no. Anyway, the one that I had and I'd gotten like 1.5 inches into and decided it didn't work, so I ripped it out. And it turned out it's a good thing I did because it was going to be huge, even though I was getting engaged. Rowan Felted Tweed. This is out. The sweater I want to do, the Elizabeth Bennet Cabled Cardigan, is out of Fitted Knits by Stephanie Japel. There's the sweater. You can see there's better pictures of it in the projects pages on Ravelry that people have done. But I think that's going to be a cute little cardigan. Someday. Again, someday. Eventually. Next. What's my next one? Oh. The one I got the pattern for today. This was from reading back through Yarn Harlot's archive. She did the Knitting Pure and Simple, the neck down wrap cardigan. And I think she did it out of Dream and Color Classy. I got a whole buttload of Cascade 220 Superwash in black, and I need another layering piece in a neutral color, so this is going to be a boring old stockinette black sweater. I'm sure you guys will be thrilled when I start knitting this, and chances are this is actually going to be the next thing that I knit, so I'm sorry, you're going to see a lot of black stockinette for a while. And then finally, one you guys have actually seen before, that is now a tangled mess, oh, do I have it right way up? Yes, the Aztec Mazes sweater by Ann Hansen in yarn that Sandy, Bunky Bobo, dyed for me. And I really need to get back to this one because I feel guilty because it's just been sitting and staring at me since I put it aside. Oh, what was that? Like 6 months ago? Bad Karen, no cookie. But yeah, I'll get back to that. I'll probably start a couple of other sweaters. I think this winter is going to be the winter of the sweater. And I'll probably finish them all right about time for next summer. Who knows? But yeah, speaking of this winter, I just, to make y'all panic a little bit, I went online and did a lovely little Google search for how many days are left until Christmas. 107. Panic now. I know it's September. Christmas comes the same time every year, but I'm starting to plan. I know I'm going to knit something for Dad that I still need to order the yarn for. I'm going to knit something for Mom. I don't even know what that's going to be yet. I know I need to knit a couple different things for Sarah, namely the fingerless mitts that I still owe her from last year and another pair or two of socks. Can we panic now? Can I just run around and shriek and panic? Because I want to do sweaters for me, but I have 107 days till Christmas. So, yeah, panic is coming on. And hopefully I will see you guys next week with some finished objects. Finished yarn, finished objects. We'll see how things go. I will see you guys next Wednesday. And until then, happy knitting.